Hi everybody. In this lesson, I'm going to talk about inheritance in C#. So firstly, we start with a new project and with a main function. And inside the main function of the class program, I define a class vehicle. This is a public class, so you can call this outside the class or specifically inside the class program. And these are the field. We have some of the field. The field like the variable, not a function. So the field represent all the state of an object of a class. So we initialize an object of vehicle and we assign the value for some of the field. The public field, you can assign the value for public field, but not for protected field. Protected field cannot be assigned here. It only can assign inside the class or the derived class. So we have a derived class, means the bus inherited from vehicles, and bus have many have all of the property of the parent class, and we can define here a method. A method is a function, means that read, and the function will display hello. This is a vehicle, and you can call this here. You can call this here because the method is public. Public means that you can access it outside the class, and here it is output. So this is the output, and then you can also inherit or extend the read. But here the error occur. Why? The public here is not enough, so you have to add more decorator here. So it must be virtual. Virtual means that can be override. Can be override means that the bus class will override the function read or rewrite the function read, or use the function read with the base. Base means that the object of parent class. So here it will call to this function in the parent class, or base mean parent. So after calling the read function of the parent class, you can display hello. This is a bus, and then you can run by initializing a new bus object, and the bus object will call the function or method read. And after calling read, we see that we have two lines, one line for the read of parent class and one line for the current class. Yes, and this is a constructor. The constructor with parameter. So after initializing, you can add more parameter to initialize the object. For example, color red and my year. Yes, okay. So the bus here, arrow. Why? Arrow because you have to override the constructor with parameter. So the function or the constructor will inherit the base or the parent class. So here is a parent constructor of the parent constructor. So the bus also have another field, bus number. Here it is property bus number. So initializing and write line to the screen about the detail information of the vehicle. We have color, we have mile, we have year, the year production, etc. And we write line to display after initializing the object. And here we add the write line to this, and it is yes, you add the parameter here green, and some of the field inside this my year bus number. So after running .NET run, you see that the constructor has been called. The call constructor has been called and displayed detail about the parameter has just assigned to the field of the object. So what is this bus? You can run .NET run. So you see that it will conjugate to the parent constructor or the base constructor and the current constructor. So you have 2-line code here. So what about this? This is a static. It is a static constructor. The static constructor will be called before the instant constructor or the previous constructor. So here you can call the static constructor by using the class name or the class name constructor. So here, after running this, we see that this is the static constructor. Yes, this is called automatically before the instant constructor of the class. And move to this, we can see that here it means that you cannot access a non-static member here. You cannot assign or read a field inside a static function, so it is not allowed. But if you have a static property or static field, if you have a static field, you can access this inside the static function or the static constructor. You can assign this. You can access this, assign this value. For example, assign the production date to the current date, and here write line. So calling production date not allowed because it must be public. You must assign the production date to public, add the decorator to public. So you can add public static long production date. Yes. So the vehicle means that you can call this inside using the class name. Yes, and after running, you see that the production date here is a integer. So you can also use the deriver or the subclass to call here, but it is not allowed. It is not recommended. You can use, but it will have some warning and not so not recommended for use this. So after calling this, you see that bus.production here is the timestamp, the current timestamp. Now if you have a minibus inherited or extend from the bus class, and we also define the constructor inherited from the base here now bus. And you console write lines that initialize minibus. So you can override the method read and using base read. So it is okay. But if you set here to seal a public seal, so seal means complete or unable to override. So do not use seal if you want to override it in the subclass of the derived class. Yes, so comment out this code line. It is not necessary. So it is the end of my lesson today about inheritance in C#. Thank you so much for watching.